This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, Alex Padilla, and John Browner.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is Wednesday afternoon. Kaplan and Crew, Grande and the Brown Man. And we're coming to you from the 7 Mile Casino Studios, 7milecasino.com. For those of you that are watching on YouTube or on Cox Channel 4 and the YurView network throughout California, you can tell today, Grande and Brown Man, I'm playing LA Cap today. You see what I'm saying? I'm up here in LA today playing LA Cap. And I got to tell you something right now. I know how dark I look on television. I know how dark I look on YouTube. I know like that it looks like it's 2 a.m. in the morning where I'm at. It's not. It's just I can't figure out the freaking lighting in this place. And I'm all by myself here. So cut me a freaking break, will you? Does it look that bad? Tell me. Tell me the truth. Be honest with me.
The shirt looks worse than the lighting.
Oh, really? Really? Shirt's bad?
Yeah, man.
I was trying to feel summery.
No, you missed.
Really?
You missed.
It's bad? Okay, hold on. I'll take it off. All right.
Exactly.
I'm not going to have an ugly shirt on.
Exactly. Much better. Much better. There we go. Now, and it helps your lighting because the shirt's white.
Hilarious.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. UGLY. You ain't got no alibi. You ugly. What? You ugly.
I do the best I can to help you, man. I really did. That's the best I got.
Okay.
I couldn't let you sit here a whole show with that shirt on. I couldn't do it.
Really? Is it that bad?
Mm-hmm.
It's ugly, bro. It's ugly.
Retirement.
Yeah. Put that in
the. I'm throwing it. You know what? You know what I'm gonna do?
Giveaway. That's a giveaway.
Put that in the Goodwill bin.
You know what I'm gonna do today? You know what I'm gonna do? When I get off the air today, from right here in downtown LA, when I'm playing LA Cap, I'm gonna walk on the streets. I'm gonna find some dude on the streets because they're everywhere, just laying on the ground, and be like, "Yo, dog, I give you a couple bucks. I give you some food. How about a shirt? How about a really nice shirt?"
I
don't do the three. Don't offer the
don't
three.
Do that.
Don't make it a multiple choice exam. Just do you want this shirt? You might get a no. You might get a no, but if you ask enough, you'll get a yes. Don't give them options.
Yo, man, you want this shirt?
No.
Nah, bro.
For reals?
They might be like, "What'd I do to you?"
No, I'll take that white T-shirt you're rocking.
Right.
Yeah.
The world's
better for the lighting.
The world's beat me down enough. I'm sleeping outside. Why would you want to offer me that shirt?
Right. Well, how's this shirt going to help me get a job?
That shirt might get me arrested or beat up.
Damn. I didn't know that. I didn't know that shirt was so. I mean, I to be honest, if I'm being honest, I don't feel like overly comfortable in a short sleeve button down. I don't always feel comfy, but Rachel got me these 2 short sleeve button down shirts.
Was that
not that one?
No,
not
she's not that one.
Not that one.
I know. I was about to say, woo-hoo.
And she bought it from this store in the mall called Untuck It. I've never had an Untuck It shirt. Never had one before.
Good shirt.
Freaking love the shirts.
Yeah.
So that shirt.
They're pricey though.
Oh,
that shirt is like the ultimate dad shirt grilling in the backyard on 4th of July. And he's stuck in 1999.
That looks like a shirt that was on Back to the Future, the back part.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, what is going on that shirt? Yikes,
dude,
man.
this is the kind of stuff right now.
Honestly, you de-aged yourself taking it off. Honestly, like 5 years.
Right. It was like quick.
Yeah.
It was like who's this young fella?
You genuinely de-aged yourself taking it off.
Really? By how many years?
I was like at least 5 years. Because I feel like
Dude.
the shirt you're wearing now is kind of young and fine. It's a white tee.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't do that, but yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, you knew
maybe Mick Jagger.
Yeah, like, all of a sudden I'm dancing around like, look at my T-shirt.
Maybe we should like do before you do anything like, oh, I thought I was doing this. Maybe you should run it by us first.
I think that like with a white T-shirt, I feel like if I wear it once or twice, I'm not positive, but I feel like the armpits could be going yellow, you know, and I hate that. So if I'm wearing this nice white T-shirt, it was very, very comfortable. Shout out to our people at Viore. Very comfortable.
Listen, swing my way. This is how you knew. This is how you knew I was right. The shirt was ugly. When I said That shirt is uglier than the room is dark. Alex had an undertone laugh that officially made me know, yeah, that shirt is ugly.
It is. Yeah, I agree. And I'll be honest with you guys. I think it's about the second time I've worn it. And the first time I wore it, I'm almost sure I was super uncomfortable in it. I think the three of us were at a Padres game. And I think we were at Dale the Budman's party in left field by the bullpen.
Okay.
And there's a picture of the three of us, and we look like some bad dudes.
You are not wearing that shirt.
And I think I'm wearing that terrible, terrible shirt. I might as well have been wearing cargo shorts with it. That's how bad and uncomfortable I was in it. And I think we're all standing there like looking as cool as we think we are. And I think I'm wearing that ugly ass shirt.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way, bruh. I know this is a radio show. This is not the visual aspect of it. He is? He's wearing the shirt.
Alex just laughs at me. just straight up laughs right in my face.
Oh, that's great.
You like it?
Oh, man.
That's great. Hold on. I just yeah, I wish everything was as instantaneous as my reactions, but it takes me a little time.
Yeah. So Alex is now looking at it on his phone, then somehow getting it over to his computer, and there we are.
Oh,
shirt.
no.
Yeah, there's the shirt.
Oh, God, no.
Dude, there it is.
How did this get by us?
I just think we were distracted by the game, distracted by being outdoors. It was a beautiful day.
But Alex,
free
Alex,
beer,
hold
free
on.
food.
But hold on. If you put that shirt and that picture back up on the screen for a second, that's the color version. So listen, I'm going to say to everybody who listens on radio, God, we love that you guys are out there listening on radio. But bro, you got to come over to the YouTube show or watch on Cox Channel 4 at night. Alex, there's a picture of us just like that, but somebody put it in black and white.
Like an album
and they
cover.
made us look like, an album cover.
Yeah, that's going to take
like,
me a while.
I mean, dude, but that's one of the funniest pictures. And because they made it black and white, I almost forgot I was wearing that ugly ass shirt. I hate that shirt. You guys just did me a favor. I'm not insulted. My feelings aren't hurt. I'm glad you guys helped a brother out.
We on your side.
And to be honest with you, Browner, when I put on this white shirt, I was wearing these pants and I had on some white Air Force Ones, some G Fazos. You know what I'm saying? And do you know what I'm saying?
But continue. No, but
okay.
Continue.
And I thought, white shirt, gray pants, white sneakers looks pretty good. Why I put that ugly ass shirt on, I have no idea. I have no idea.
I'm glad. Well, I'm glad we got that out the way immediately. We didn't have
thank you.
That didn't have to linger.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let me say this. Glad everybody's here. It's Wednesday afternoon. Whether you're listening on radio, watching on TV, come to the YouTube show. Make sure you're getting involved in the live YouTube chat and get involved in the conversation. Okay, guys. It's getting worse for the Padres. I mean, I'm following your tweets last night, Alex, and I'm following along in this game. And they got a guy on the Pittsburgh Pirates who's 0 for his last 29 and hits a home run off the Padres. They got a guy on the Pirates. Who they drafted in 2021. Maybe it was 2020. This was their first round pick. This guy just gets to the major leagues last night. My man has a triple and a home run against the Padres. We can talk about Yu Darvish being sick, and we can talk about, guys being forced into action, young players and where they've just come up from. But what about the offensive side? And I love, this is my time of year, man. When Manny Machado starts to get irritated, I love this because everybody loves Manny until Manny becomes a dick, like last night. Hey, Manny, can we talk about what happened in the game last night? No, I don't have no time. What do you mean you don't have time? You got somewhere to go? Where are you going? Back to the team hotel? Well, you got a dinner reservation? Fellas? A lot of people really like to see this, Alex. And when I say a lot of people, who do you think I mean?
Well, you were number one on that list.
I love great stories. I love stories of explosive success. And I love stories of tragic failure. And I love stories of great comebacks. And right now, we got a story. insane expectations, monster flop, an opportunity to still come back.
It's like a Shakespearean drama.
Mm-hmm.
The way you just set that
you can
up.
tell what happened in that game. They found out you wasn't pitching. They found out Darvish wasn't going, and they all went in the tank. That's it. Is that's simple? Because we already know. We already know if something goes wrong. They've said this out loud. If something goes wrong, they get behind, and it's kind of like guys give up. When you give up 3 runs in the first inning, guys tap out. That's why Ryan Weathers can't start no more games. When they found out you Darvish wasn't going, I guarantee you the energy on that ball club went as opposed to guys looking at each other going, all right, let's put some runs on the board.
Here's what's confusing me about. But let's break this down because this is yesterday at 3:11 p.m. 50 minutes before the game starts. I don't even know if you guys read this. Probably not. Why would you? Kevin Acee reports about Yu Darvish and about Steve Wilson going on the IL. This is at 3:11 p.m. This is the way that Acee writes it.
Mm-hmm.
Darvish who had a fever and body aches through a bullpen session Tuesday in San Diego. So he wasn't even in Pittsburgh. So the Padres already knew that Darvish wasn't pitching. So it was reported as he was scratched late in the start, but he wasn't even in Pittsburgh. So how can you be scratched to something you're not even at?
Oh.
What are you getting at?
What the hell is going on with Yu Darvish?
Oh. That's a very good
You can
point.
tell
That's
me
good
about
information.
fever. You can tell me about fever and body aches, but why are you throwing a bullpen session on the day you're supposed to start? And you've been terrible the last couple starts. So what's really happening with Yu Darvish?
And let's just call a quick time.
Am I reading this correctly? Like, I really am. Reading comprehension wasn't my strong suit in middle school.
Gotcha.
But literally June 27th, 3:11 p.m. posted on the UT Tribune, on the San Diego Union Tribune.
Thank you.
Darvish had a fever and body aches through a bullpen session Tuesday in San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
He's expected to join the team in the next couple days, maybe start Friday. Now, listen, I could be reading way too much into that, but to me, that doesn't sound like a guy that was ready to start and got scratched last minute because he was feeling bad. This is a dude that didn't fly to Pittsburgh with the team on Sunday after the Nationals game. This is a dude that just got beat up the last 2 starts, and now he's throwing a bullpen session the day he's supposed to start a baseball game. By the way, on a baseball team that desperately needs every single starter to be healthy right now, because we see what happens when the pitching goes bad. The hitting ain't going to ever save you. What's really happening here?
Also, throw on top of all of that, our natural Padre skepticism when it comes to reporting things.
Right.
So if you're just naturally skeptical about the way the Padres report stuff.
And I'm also skeptical on the source when the source one time wrote that what's his name, Tommy Pham, had a slight scratch on his back, but it turned out it was a 7-inch stab wound.
Yeah, right.
Stab wounds are funny like that, man.
Yeah, sometimes they look small, but they
it's all
cut
about
deep.
The angle.
Yeah,
right. It's about the angle, baby.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So look, this thing is going from bad to worse. This thing, at this moment in time, it's embarrassing. I mean, it's freaking embarrassing. And I'll tell you something. The owner of the Mets, I give him a little bit of credit, Steve Cohen. My man comes out on Twitter and is like, "Yo, press conference. Let's go, mofos. You can hear it straight from the horse's mouth. Here I am. I'm not hiding from you." I mean, every day I see Buck Showalter, the Mets manager, just getting grilled on TV.
Destroyed.
He's dealing with the New York media. He's dealing with the New York media. Bob Melvin ain't dealing with no New York media. AJ Preller is nowhere to be found. You know where he is? Somebody will tell you, oh, he's scouting in the Dominican because he's like that. He's 24/7, 365. That's AJ Preller. He's a savant when it comes to talent evaluation. So we can't talk to him because he's somewhere around the world scouting.
Scouting or shooting hoops?
Yeah, or maybe
Maybe
he's just
both.
shooting
They got
hoops.
basketballs over there. They got
Yeah.
basketballs in the Dominican.
Well, I mean, I know he likes to play on my local courts. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much in the afternoons if you want to catch up to him.
We'll go
So,
out there, set a screen.
dude, you and me should go out there and mess him up, man.
And dunk on a fool.
Dude, we should. You and me, Browner. I know the game he plays in. I know the park. I know the time. It ain't no secret. Guy loves ball.
Ooh, Browner, you've dunked on fools, but have you ever dunked on a GM? No, I take you one step further. Have you ever dunked on a president of baseball ops?
Oh
no, that I have not. That I have not.
Because let's not forget. Because I know Browner doesn't like to put any blame on the guy.
Yeah.
But let's not forget, there is nobody above AJ Preller except Peter Seidler. This is the president of baseball operations. This is the guy that has say over everything, from scouting to analytics, if there is analytics on this team, to literally everything. It's el presidente. So have you ever dunked on a presidente of baseball ops?
Oh, no.
All right.
I'm open.
Well,
I think I got to close doors. This construction has begun. Hold on one second.
Nah, you're all right. Hey, it's one of those days, Brown. It's one of those days, man. I'm up in LA.
Shout out.
And it's like, I got lighting issues here in the studio. I can't believe it, dude. It's ESPN. The internet here blows. Okay. So that's not good. And between lighting and internet, I'm a little crabby today, but I might.
Struggle is real. Struggle is real for you.
It is for real.
Fine, you figured it out. By the way, did you see the Los Bookies jacket?
Yeah.
So I wore it out.
Yeah.
For the first time ever. Bro, it's a hit.
Everybody loves it.
It's a hit. And I got low key. I was called a poser by the bouncer of the bar I was going at.
Why?
Because I was wearing the jacket.
Whoa.
Yeah.
He didn't call me
aggressive. Pretty aggressive by the bouncer.
Oh, I know. But
bouncers are mad aggressive in San Diego, bro.
It was low key, and the dude, like, balls of him, because he was a tiny little man. I don't know how he was a bouncer in the first place, but nonetheless.
Big ego.
So I'm wearing the jacket. I show up to this bar, and he's like, dude, sick jacket. And I'm like, thank you. It is a sick jacket. And he's like, what's your favorite song?
Ooh,
like, I didn't know. Like, I'm a freaking kid born in 2000 wearing a Nirvana shirt, not knowing who the hell Nirvana is. This dude, the way he looked at me, too, he's like, what's your favorite song? And I was like, are you poser checking me right now?
No way.
And I just
this is a poser check?
I think what else would it be? Because
he's at the door. He checks people for a living.
He didn't say it.
How old is this guy?
20s, late 20s, early 30s.
And is he Mexicano?
I think so.
Okay, because if you're not Mexican and you're going to call somebody out about a Los Bookies jacket, especially a Mexican brother, you got balls. You got huevos.
If I showed up in a Los Bookies jacket,
or Scott, like Radio Row,
right?
Yeah.
I mean, you got some El Cajones. Right. I did rock that thing on Radio Row. I was cool.
Because he didn't go like, oh, those Bookies, bro. Yeah, I love them, dude. What's your favorite song? And I was like, it wasn't like a cool conversation. It was like, what's your favorite song?
Checking you.
And I was like, this dude is poser checking me right now.
So what happened?
So I started listing off the catalog.
All my favorites.
Tu cárcel. Yo te necesito.
See?
Wherever you want to go. I was like, do you want me? I'm also I'm a big solo guy too. You want me to rip off the ones that he did on his own?
Who?
Marc Antonio Solis, the lead singer. Yeah, I said his name because I know the name of the lead singer. Right. Oh, what this guy doesn't know is that my wife,
mi esposa,
her aunt married the bassist. I am connected to
mi
the
esposa,
to the band.
Tío es married.
My esposa's tía was married to el bassist.
El bassist. El bassist.
Yeah, it turns out he's not that great. Turns out he's not that good of a guy. So, but yeah.
So, dude, you're like practically a roadie.
I also wanted to bring this up
technically
because Scott,
I
don't want you to be a poser anymore.
Okay, tell me.
Oh.
September.
They back.
They're coming to Viejas.
I thought they retired.
No, he's coming. The solo guy's coming.
Coming to Viejas what?
He is El Buki. That he's part of. You know how like Justin Timberlake is in sync. Beyonce is Destiny's Child.
Right.
Correct.
Marc Antonio Solis is Los Bookies. So he's coming solo. We should go.
Okay, I agree.
Who's more famous, him or Mark
Oh, Buki for sure.
Buki.
Come on, man.
Come on, dog.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Don't be a
I don't
poser.
know.
Anyways,
I don't know.
sorry.
That's
to
a good
get
post
sidetracked.
check.
I know.
All right, let me say this.
Hey,
Coming
little
up-
bouncers, man, chill out. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Let me say this. We got a great show coming up today. We really do. The Padres are supplying tremendous content opportunities. In fact, coming up, Alex, I don't know if we're ready to make the announcement quite yet today, but we got something cooking big here now with Cox, which I think is really cool. So we'll get into that. What is going wrong with this team? I definitely want to talk about it. And a whole bunch of stuff that I'm feeling really good about today. Like there's just a lot of good stuff out there. I do want to say we are in the 7 Mile Casino Studios. 7milecasino.com is their website. And if you're going to play blackjack or poker or table games, come on down. 7 minutes south of downtown San Diego. Best location, smoke-free. And then they got Sammy's Restaurant and Bar, which is the best brunch in San Diego, according to San Diego Magazine voters. It's also got the Chef of the Year right now. So Sammy's is on fire inside 7 Mile Casino. All right, coming up. They lost to the Pittsburgh Pirates. I mean, weren't the Pirates? That's the team they were supposed to turn it around against. Stand by.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew Tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 AM, ESPN Radio, and YurView, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal. Dominating the SoCal radio airwaves for over 20 years. Join Scott Kaplan, Alex Padilla, and John Browner for Kaplan and Crew every Monday through Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. only on the mightier 1090 ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk, and the mightier1090.com.
There's far too many people suffering on the streets, and so we're about helping people find that bright and immediate and safe and healthy pathway off the streets. Our mission is to alleviate the suffering of homelessness throughout San Diego County. We raise money to fund, activate, or lead high-impact homelessness programs, and there's close to 20 different employment and job training programs that we've funded. In 2023, addressing and reducing youth homelessness is one of our primary focus areas. And so we work with Urban Street Angels on a number of strategies and programs. We work with the Youth Assistance Coalition because they're organizations that make impact. We're never going to solve it, but we can meaningfully reduce it and help a heck of a lot of people by raising money to fund and activate a multitude of programs that are tangible and can be quantified and meant to alleviate suffering now, while simultaneously pushing on government to help accelerate their efforts.
Cox Communications and the San Diego County Office of Education salute the 2023 San Diego County Teachers of the Year. Cox presents Salute to Teachers. Be inspired by their stories and celebrate their accomplishments in a 30-minute education special. Watch Cox presents Salute to Teachers only on YurView.
Since 1975, San Diegans have trusted the Murray-Lampert family for their home remodeling projects. We continue our commitment to deliver high-quality home remodeling and construction to our customers without an expensive showroom.
When you're adding companion units or ADUs to bring value to your home, our team has the experience to handle everything. Plus, our strong relationships with the city makes adding on easier for homeowners.
Visit murraylampert.com for your consultation.
Here at our New Teeth Now Center in San Diego, we specialize in reconstruction and giving patients back their teeth in the same day. We have a center where not only you have oral surgeons trained in surgery doing your procedure, but at the same time we have trained lab technicians in-house. We have general anesthesiologists to help you with your anesthesia. And we're able to bring everything in-house to recreate patients' smiles. Our specialty really is zygomatic implants. This procedure allows us to really deliver teeth to patients who otherwise have been told they would never receive teeth in their life.
Thanks to New Teeth Now, I love my smile. I don't even feel really different. The proof is right here.
For our patients who have been apprehensive about coming back into dentistry, we want to tell you that we are the premier center to take care of you here. We want to make sure that you're well taken care of from the first minute you call us to the minute you come and meet us for a consultation.
I can smile, I can laugh. It's brought me back, and I'm so thankful for that.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew Tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 AM, ESPN Radio, and YurView, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal. Listen to the Mike Greenberg Show, 7 to 9 a.m. Pacific, Monday through Friday. Greeny brings his unmatched depth of sports knowledge, fun, and entertainment back to ESPN on a daily basis. The Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk, and the Mightier1090.com. We'll be right back with more of Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew Show on the Mightier 1090 AM, ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.
This is the Rugby Odds, where an unlikely pundit panel of a wordsmith, a WWE legend, a rugby star, and a supermodel scour the globe, seeking best bets and bad behavior. Are you not entertained?
My favorite thing about teaching would be just seeing the growth and the potential of the kids and just kind of letting them explore creative thinking, creative thought, and creative projects.
Me and my dad went to Patrick Henry High School, and we have other team members who also went to Patrick Henry, and their kids went to Patrick Henry.
Rachel was one of my students, and during my graphic design class, she actually developed a redesign of the Murray Lampert logo, which is how I learned about Murray Lampert. Early on, she showed a lot of just kind of a awareness of design.
We've been very active in especially the San Diego Unified School District. I was on one of the boards for a few years. We've participated in middle school in Patrick Henry. A few years ago, we donated a baseball scoreboard, which felt really good because that's where my son played baseball. When the engineering department needed support, we donated for models for the kids in architecture class to build actual framed models.
Murray Lampert donated a big marquee, digital marquee, and every morning I see that on my way into the classrooms. It's extremely important for communities and companies to invest in the students. When they do, bad behavior goes down, student achievement goes up. When companies give back to the students just, they feel a part of something bigger. They feel part of a community. They feel like somebody has invested in them.
Teachers are very important, and it's important that they get what they need in their classrooms, and we've really been part of that. We're really looking forward to being involved with the Salute to Teachers that's coming this year, and we hope to make that an annual event.
The philosophy of integrity here at Murray Lampert is always doing the right thing, even when someone isn't looking.
The San Diego Children's Discovery Museum is a children's museum that serves San Diego County. Our area of focus is children between the ages of 0 to 10, but primarily 0 to about the ages of 7. We teach children in an informal, experience-based environment, specifically foundational fluencies, social-emotional learning, and purposeful play. We started PNC Grow Up Great in 2004. It is now a $500 million bilingual early education program, all focused on reaching young children from birth to age 5, with a particular emphasis on reaching low and moderate income children to help prepare them for school and life.
And we've been looking for partners, and that's how we got to the San Diego Children's Museum. They specifically have a new mobile unit where they bring STEM-related educational services to kids that can't make it to the museum.
We both believe in bringing innovative platforms of learning to children all over the county.
I think I'm going to build a castle.
Here at our New Teeth Now Center in San Diego, we specialize in reconstruction and giving patients back their teeth in the same day. We have a center where not only you have oral surgeons trained in surgery doing your procedure, but at the same time we have trained lab technicians in-house. We have general anesthesiologists who help you with your anesthesia. And we're able to bring everything in-house to recreate patients' smiles. Our specialty really is zygomatic implants. This procedure allows us to really deliver teeth to patients who otherwise have been told they would never receive teeth in their life.
Thanks to New Teeth Now, I love my smile. I don't even feel really different. The proof is right here.
For our patients who have been apprehensive about coming back into dentistry, we want to tell you that we are the premier center to take care of you here. We want to make sure that we are well taken care of from the first minute you call us to the minute you come and meet us for a consultation.
I can smile, I can laugh. It's brought me back, and I'm so thankful for that.
Since 1971, the LGBTQ Center OC has been a pillar of the Orange County community, proudly empowering and advocating for the queer individuals and families who need our support. We've sustained a safe space for the community for more than 50 years and continue to grow the wealth of resources that the people of Orange County rely on. It's true that it gets better. Until it does, the LGBTQ Center OC is here, and we've got you.
The San Diego Children's Discovery Museum is a children's museum that serves San Diego County. Our area of focus is children between the ages of 0 to 10, but primarily 0 to about the ages of 7. We teach children in an informal, experience-based environment, specifically foundational fluencies, social emotional learning, and purposeful play. We started PNC Grow Up Great in 2004. It is now a $500 million bilingual early education program, all focused on reaching young children from birth to age 5, with a particular emphasis on reaching low and moderate income children to help prepare them for school and life.
And we've been looking for partners, and that's how we got to the San Diego Children's Museum. They specifically have a new mobile unit where they bring STEM-related educational services to kids that can't make it to the museum.
We both believe in bringing innovative platforms of learning to children all over the county.
I think I'm going to build the castle.
We're adopting dogs from local shelters, training them for post 9/11 combat veterans, and we're able to donate these trained dogs to deserving veterans in need. Service dogs can range anywhere from $15,000 to $35,000, $40,000. And for someone getting out of the military that's seeking support and help, having that sort of price tag is daunting. So we really wanted to be able to support the veterans to make sure that they're getting a dog that they need in their life at no charge.
You know, I was in a very dark place. I was having suicidal thoughts, and I really needed an immediate help. We don't know if tomorrow is going to be there for us. So I found Shelter the Soldier online, and I reached out, and somebody contacted me within 24 hours. And in the next couple of weeks, I was already in the program meeting dogs.
YurView Community Spotlight is brought to you by Bill Howe Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Flood.
Over 1,000 young people are without shelter in San Diego every night. The Lucky Duck Foundation is here to change that.
They're my structure. I feel like I had a safe haven, I had family, even though they're not blood, they were there for me. By getting all the support that I have today, I feel like my future is going to be better than ever. I'm currently going to school and employed.
Donate today at LuckyDuckFoundation.org to provide housing, education, employment, and hope.
Please share your luck.
We're here at Teacher Appreciation Night, in which all the district teachers of the year that are running for County Teacher of the Year next year are here with us, as well as the reigning County Teachers of the Year. And they're fortunate enough to bring us down onto the field for the first pitch.
We're celebrating all teachers in San Diego County, and so it's an honor to represent San Diego Teacher of the Year.
My dad, I grew up with him and a huge Padre fan, and so this is one of those moments that means a lot to both me and him.
We have so many great fans in the audience as well, children, families. It's a huge honor.
Thank you, Padres!
After an accident, you could be faced with a maze of confusion. There are medical bills, lost time at work, not to mention taking on the big insurance companies alone. But with the Barnes firm on your side, they can help you get compensated for your troubles. And they'll help you get the best result possible. Call the Barnes firm now at 1-800-8-MILLION for a free consultation.
Welcome back. This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, John Browner, and Alex Padilla.
All right, everybody, what's going on? This is Kaplan and Crew with Grande and the Brown Man. For those of you that are watching on YouTube, I love it, man. I like when I see numbers increase because I know you guys are pissed. I know that the local San Diego fan who's counting on the Padres to give you what you've never had before. All these years after the fact, when they beat the Dodgers last year and we stood there in the rain and it was one of the all-time great moments in your San Diego sports life, you had expectations coming into this year. And we know that they've not met them, but man, they just keep getting worse and worse and worse. So look, they're going to play top of the hour in Pittsburgh. So Brown Man, Grande, I want to kind of go through what happened yesterday as we prep for today.
Do we have time?
I mean,
do we have time to do our job?
I'm
just asking a question.
I'm going to say my answer is yes, but
so
there
we
is
have
a lot
time,
right,
to do our job.
I think so, but
Okay.
there's a lot. I just want to say there's a lot to get to from what happened yesterday because it's not just how bad the Padres were. There's also like the pregame festivities that we talked about. We need to talk about that, and we also need to talk about one of the all-time great catches off of Juan Soto yesterday. Was off his bat. I mean, that's the kind of luck the Padres are having right now, right?
Oh my God, dude, that catch! I made my wife watch it like 3 or 4 times because I was amazed like how that happens.
The catch was so annoying to me because you have this wide shot and you're seeing him go back, and then they come into a tight shot, and then in that split second you lose a millionth of a second, and you can't see
what he did.
Right?
Yeah.
God, it was annoying as hell.
Yeah, but the replay was
Yeah.
worth it.
Okay, let's talk about that first. Start
Okay,
us off
this
with
is Palacio on the Pirates goes up against the wall and reaches back.
See, that I never could see. I could never see that. Watch this catch. Oh my God Almighty. Guy
Like,
is running.
For those listening, go ahead,
Yeah.
Scott.
Well, he's about to hit his head on the left field foul pole. And then the ball is behind him. So his energy is going one direction and his arm has to come back the other direction.
So he misjudged it.
Mhm.
but
Correct.
Still judged it perfectly because he was able to reach back like he was about to dunk on a fool, but he caught the ball, and his body was wrapped around the foul pole.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, this thing, I think it went under the radar. How amazing this catch was, because I think it kind of was an accident.
Wow.
Incredible.
And look how the wall, the outfield wall, is probably about like 5 feet ish. Like,
Yeah.
but in
It's very
Petco,
very Dodger Stadium-y.
Yeah.
where it's low.
right, or like
Yeah.
Fenway Park in right center.
Right.
Yes,
know?
where the ball can basically bounce over if you hit
Yeah.
it too hard to the outfield.
Yeah, but that catch, that in some ways kind of epitomizes this Padres first half. Like nothing goes your way.
So I
Once-
didn't go ahead.
No.
I didn't tweet this yesterday.
Yeah.
But I thought this yesterday.
Tell me.
Because Negative Padilla is here and he's
I
here to
love it.
stay for a while.
And we're happy to have him back, by the way. A lot of people on Twitter, okay, were saying yesterday, hey, dude, it's nice to have Negative Padilla back.
Yeah. So the Padres are so bad. How bad are they?
bad are they?
They're so bad that they are now the slump buster.
Ooh.
Right, the Pirates are supposed
That
to be the
is how bad they are. They're so bad that a dude that's gone 0 for his last 29 hits a home run out of the stadium. Out of the stadium.
Their
so
Trent Grisham
bad-
got a hit on us.
They're so bad that Austin Hedges got on base 4 times yesterday.
Mm.
Austin Hedges,
For
who
the
is
Pirates.
worse than Austin Nola.
Yeah, right. Just want to point that out for the Pirates.
Yeah. They're so bad.
Mhm.
I can keep going.
Oh,
But they are
dude.
now officially the team that when a bad team plays them,
Mhm.
they do good.
Yeah.
And don't get it twisted. When I say bad team,
Mhm.
the Pirates are half a game worse than the Padres. Half a game. Say that out loud. Let it simmer in your brain. Stew that thing in the bowl. The Pirates are only half a game worse than the Padres.
So you listen, man. We can't be having these discussions and not talk about firing the manager.
Oh.
We can't
Yeah.
do it.
Tell him,
We
Brown.
can't, because listen, if the Mets owner, because Scott touched on this in the first thing, if the Mets owner
Mhm.
has to come out and defend his manager,
Mm.
Yeah, but you mean to tell me we can't bring ours up? Like, I wasn't there before. I'm there now. Alex wants the hitting coach. I want the manager. He may want to pick. I want the manager. I want the person, and if this person is AJ Preller, I want the person who's got this team this much in the mud. I want that guy. I want that guy out. Whoever's creating this cloud over the team, that's the person I want out. If it's a player, trade him. Whoever
All right. A question for you. Just a quick question for you. If I told you, and I'm just asking, if Manny Machado was the guy you just described, the cloud over the team, I'm just asking, would you say trade him?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Because to me, it doesn't matter. Because if he's become the cloud over the team, then he's the problem. Because I don't think it's a lower level guy. I think it's somebody. No. I think it's one of the big four. It has to be, because the team they don't look like they care. You cannot go into Pittsburgh after losing at home to the Nationals and come out like that. Because I thought it was a Yu Darvish thing, and apparently it wasn't Yu Darvish because they knew he wasn't going to pitch.
I think the more that this continues, and this being Bob Melvin, I think the more we can start to really bring in the fit of Bob Melvin. Let's take away, is he a good manager? Is he not a good manager? Whatever. Get rid of that. I'm talking about the fit of a manager. This is a manager who spent his entire career and made his namesake with the Oakland Athletics, a team that never had an expensive player on the team, a team that was never expected to win their division, a team that never had superstars on the bench. Not 7 to how many was it? 13 All-Stars on this team at one point or another. There's 13 guys on this team that have been an All-Star before, I believe. Bob Melvin has never had to deal with this kind of clubhouse before, ever, or this kind of really this kind of fan base that is expecting NLCS championships now. Like, so when I say fit, that's what I mean. Is he the guy to be able to bring out the best in guys that know how to be the best? Because he's been the guy to get the best out of guys that are up and coming, that are trying to get to what Manny Machado already is, to trying to get to what Xander Bogaerts already is. That conversation should be had the more that this team struggles, because it's clearly something with those players specifically that is wrong.
Okay, but then timeout. Okay, if you blame Bob Melvin, and I think you just made a super compelling case that in Oakland, those were inexpensive, up-and-coming, hungry kids. And in San Diego, you need Phil Jackson to deal with this clubhouse.
Correct.
Okay? So I think you just built an incredibly compelling case that Bob Melvin may not have the right style for this clubhouse.
I like that word, style. I like that word a lot, actually, because I don't think it's his management acumen. I don't think it's his decision-making. I think it's his style.
It's his people managing, I think it is.
Well, but let's call it what it is. We have a bunch of guys in this clubhouse who are all superstar, multi-million-dollar, Hispanic. I was trying to think of Caribbean. I didn't know if Caribbean was the right. These are swaggy players. They're Latino. They're swaggy guys, swaggy players. They're bat flippers, man. And you know what? That's what we wanted. But
they're like mariachi hats, breaking down piñatas, Polaroids, like dancing in the clubhouse.
Right. And they have an old white guy manager, and look at the Mets. By the way, same problem, right? I mean, swaggy team, old white guy manager. Is it possible that his style doesn't fit? And if the answer is yes, here's the next part of it. If you blame Bob Melvin for what's gone wrong with the Padres right now, I think you're blaming the wrong guy. Because the guy you should be blaming is the guy that hired this manager. Because that guy has hired now 3, 4, 5 guys, and they've all been the wrong guy. And what that tells me is this: You can read the numbers, bro, but you don't seem to understand the human part of it. The numbers tell you a lot of what a guy is supposed to be and what you can expect from him purely statistically. But there's a chemistry thing. There's a human real thing. People are not robots.
Mm-hmm.
And so you have to have a guy. Look, example, Browner, you've used Ozzie Guillen as an example. He's an easy guy to pick out of the sky because he's fiery and Latino and has a successful resume, etc. But he's a complete polar opposite to what they currently have.
And what they pick.
And what do they continue to pick? The first couple of guys were controllable, inexpensive, first-time peanuts. Okay. Now they went out and they made a move to go get a guy who no one knew he was even available. And then last year they had more success than they've ever had before. And now here we are all expecting that they're going to win the World Series because that's what they said. See, that's the other part of it, is that these guys were so overconfident and they were talking so much smack that it's coming back to smack them back in the face. Listen to this, because I'm up in LA today. So I'm around a bunch of Dodger fans, right? This is one of my Dodger fan buddies. He sends me a tweet. The San Diego Padres are now 20-27 since mocking Clayton Kershaw. Remember, the Padres beat the Dodgers and they had Kershaw crying down the scoreboard? Remember that? The Padres are 20-27 since mocking Kershaw. They're 0-5 against the Dodgers since. I mean, I said it back then. Bro, wait. Stop acting like you're the Lakers. Stop acting like you're the Yankees. Hold on a second here. Win and then be all that you want to be. I'm not telling you that the scoreboard had jack squat to do with this. I'm just telling you that's part of the problem. The I show up, we win attitude is all wrong.
Yeah. Well, I agree with you. I don't trust. Let's say they fire Bob Melvin, right? I don't trust the presidente of baseball ops to make the right decision, because why would I? He's 0 for 4. He's 0 for 4. Like, what do you want me to, like, if he fires Bob Melvin, that admits that he's 0 for 4. And now what? You're going to give him another one?
You can't.
You can't.
You can't.
And like, you could say, so I know, at least in my circles, because people want blood. People want Bob Melvin fired because that is sports. You fire the head coach, you fire the manager, you fire the head coach. That's kind of, or you fire a hitting coach, whatever. There is a guy in this organization that was a very successful manager for the St. Louis Cardinals that every now and then fills in as third base coach in Mike Schilt. But then I'm like, well, what's he going to do? Because isn't he Bob Melvin?
He's already in there.
He's kind of, an older white guy who's had success at the Cardinals always have success, but they do it differently than what the Padres have done here. So I don't know. And then AJ Preller is also the guy that didn't want to interview Dave Roberts. Whatever you want to say about him, he's had nothing but success in LA. He's the guy that even now you look at the Marlins manager, Skip Schumacher. Dude, young, 42, clearly knows what he's doing. The Marlins are overachieving like crazy right now. He was here, didn't get a sniff. And also, he just did an interview with Dan Le Batard the other day where he talked about how toxic other clubhouses were and how people were just kept pining for jobs. Wonder what he was talking about. So there is clearly something, and it starts at the top. And I've said this for years, and I think the more that this drags out, I'll finally start reeling Browner in to my side, because he's been here a decade. Decade. He's been here for a decade. He's had 2 winning records last year and 2020. And other than that, the Padres, I think, have not even come. I think they finished like 16 games behind the Dodgers. That was the closest they ever sniffed to them. Even last year when they made the playoffs, they were 22 games behind the Dodgers.
Here's the problem and why you don't have to reel me anywhere. I'm already there. You got to reel me nowhere.
Hey, welcome.
The difference between then and now is what you're paying. What you're paying these dudes. Previously, the previous 7 years before this, you weren't really cutting checks. You weren't really paying guys. It was scouting, trying to grow guys, et cetera, et cetera. This payroll, means I don't have time to mess around because this money's guaranteed.
Oh, that's like
I need to
Manny.
start
That's
to-
like Manny. You don't have time. You don't have time. It's just like
correct.
Manny. I don't have time.
He also just described how many different ways AJ Preller has failed.
I need
He's
return
tried
on
it.
my investment.
He's tried it multiple ways, man. He's tried it with Manny Margot, Hunter Renfroe, Will Myers. Like the young guys are coming up. This is our core. Remember that? He's tried it with trading for Matt Kemp, Justin Upton, James Shields. Okay, you got Tatis. That is literally your LinkedIn bio. Is I got Fernando Tatis Jr. for James Shields.
Who, by the way, hurt him by the steroid thing. Now, luckily, he came back and he's been dynamite, and he proved that it wasn't that. It was more him than it was anything else. So that's the only thing in his calling card. I traded for Fernando Tatis Jr.
Yeah.
By the way, Browner, I love the way you just said dynamite. Loved it. Very Jimmy Walker.
Dynamite.
Really? You're not doing that.
No,
You're
I
not
am.
doing
And
that.
I'll tell you why. I'm going to tell you a quick story. Taking a quick break here, a little left turn. So I'm up here playing LA Cap. And last night I get done with the ESPN show. And a friend of mine who I've been trying to connect with forever up here says, hey, can you have dinner? And I said, yeah, perfect. So I go driving to meet my buddy in Brentwood. So I'm in downtown LA. I got to drive at 7 o'clock at night, but it only took me like 25 minutes. It wasn't too bad. I get there. We have dinner. We're going to have dinner. And he introduces me to another friend of his. We start talking stand-up comedy, right? This guy, was an up-and-coming stand-up comic and blah, blah, blah. He became really tight with Bill Maher. And now he's like the executive producer of the Bill Maher podcast network. I didn't know Bill Maher had a podcast. He's like, well, that's kind of one of our problems. But apparently they get millions of downloads. Do you know it, Alex?
No, but I mean, who doesn't have a podcast?
Right, of course. But I guess he's got, he's getting into the podcasting game now, Mar, and he's got enough fame and followers to make some impact. So, but Browner, I was telling him last night about you. I was like, dude, I got this guy. He's this up and coming comedian. He's on the radio show and the podcast. And I go, and he's tall and he takes over the stage and he's good looking and he's black and he looks like freaking Jimmy Walker when he was super young. I'm like, he's hilarious, this guy. I was selling you, bro. I was selling you last night. I see I'm your manager.
I appreciate that. I mean, the Jimmy Walker thing, I've been hearing that.
It's not an insult.
Since I was like 12.
Yeah. Well, the way you said dynamite, it just kind of sparked the memory for me.
You
give me a gig or what?
Sorry.
Wait, what? What did you say?
Give me a gig or what?
I haven't gotten you a gig yet, but hold on. You're on the radar, buddy. You're on the radar.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
Talk, Alex. What'd you say? I'm sorry, pal.
You got any Gerard Carmichael lookalike? Because I've said that before and you shook me off. But every time I see Gerard Carmichael, I'm like, that is Browner's little brother, dude.
I don't know who that is, Gerard Carmichael. You have to show him to me.
So he had a special.
Mhm.
I think it was a special where he was in the center and the room was basically around him. I
Is
think
he
it was
a
in New
comedian?
York or something. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I have received that special from so many people going,
Really?
This is you. This is you. Did you do this? I'm like, bro, that doesn't even look like me.
Let me see. Nah, not really. I don't see it. I mean, if you were wearing a sweatsuit,
That's an older picture. That's an older picture, though.
If you're wearing a sweatsuit from the 70s, maybe. See?
But yeah, I initially I pushed back on that, but I get that so much now. It has to be accurate because too many people have said it to me.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, yeah.
See, I got sidetracked. That's the ADD.
What we
kicking
do
in.
here.
Yeah. That's right.
Fire AJ.
Yeah.
That's a shirt.
Hey, that's a shirt. That's a shirt. Fire AJ ? Exclamation point.
Don't overthink about it. Don't
Okay.
overthink it.
So what do you think? Fire AJ? That a good one?
Yeah.
How about a fire AJ and then a second one, fire Bo Mel, and then whichever one sells better, we then understand who people want fired.
Or we could just put a poll up.
We could do
Yeah.
that. Yeah, no, that's a good idea. Who
Yeah.
should be fired? That
Yeah.
should be this week's poll in the email. That's
I
good.
agree.
Hey, if you don't have if you're not on our email list, go to our website kaplanandcrew.com, scroll to the bottom of the page and put in your email list. Put in your email. We'll hit you up on Fridays. We don't over email you. Coming up. So obviously we're talking about how bad things were yesterday. Everybody's trying to figure out who to blame, who to fire, who to trade, whatever. Can we talk about like just a little bit that yesterday Damar Hamlin, the kid from the Buffalo Bills who died on the field earlier this year, he threw out the first pitch. There were all this festivity. And I know we talked a lot about that story during the year. I want to get to that. And also how we're all going to consume the red zone this football season. I want to get to that story coming up also. Stick around. All right. Hey, one thing. If you have been thinking about wanting to lose weight and you haven't done it yet this year, our people at iThrive have helped Alex lose 55 pounds. But you got to make sure that you are a candidate for this medication. So you have to have, blood work drawn, and then the doctors look and they tell you what the story is. Go to our website, kaplanandcrew.com, click on the iThrive Lean logo, and get started with this iThrive Lean program. Bro, 55 pounds. Looks like you're kind of getting done too, huh?
No, not done.
You're staying on it?
I'm not done losing weight, but I might be done taking shots.
Okay, cool. All right. Oh. All right, stick around. Got so much more we want to get to. Kaplan and Crew on a Wednesday afternoon.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew Tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 AM, ESPN Radio, and YurView, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
Locally owned and operated, not some bland, uninspired, corporate, cookie-cutter radio station crap. We simply say to those stations, Q. The mightier 1090 ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.
Murray Lampert now brings architectural and interior design to a whole new level for your remodel, ADU, or whole house build.
We're truly a team at Murray Lampert Design, Build, Remodel, and we don't take that lightly.
Visit murraylampert.com.
Great things can be achieved when a community comes together. Join Erica Cardenas on Doing More as she introduces you to ordinary people working side by side to confront tremendous challenges and make a positive impact in their community. Watch Doing More Sunday night at 6 on YurView or stream it online at YurView.com. Doing More is presented by PNC Bank, proud to be a part of the San Diego community.
If you've been told that implants aren't an option for you, or you're looking at years of bone grafting treatment, I'm here to tell you there is a better alternative. At New Teeth Now, we are a one-of-a-kind surgical center that routinely places zygomatic implants. Zygomatic implants are placed in the cheekbone or the zygoma, completely bypassing the need for bone grafts. If you've been told that lengthy bone graft treatment is the only way to get implants, call us today and let's get your smile back.
When you're adding companion units or ADUs to bring more value to your home, our experience plus our strong relationship with the city makes adding on easier for our homeowners.
At Murray Lampert, we listen to you first, then design and build. Visit murraylampert.com.
If you're going to count yourself as a fan of this radio station, you'll need to continuously ask yourself one basic question. Am I listening enough? Pro tip, wives are not a good source for input on this. This is the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio.
When you're adding companion units or ADUs to bring more value to your home, our experience plus our strong relationship with the city makes adding on easier for our homeowners.
At Murray Lampert, we listen to you first, then design and build. Visit murraylampert.com.
The San Diego Children's Discovery Museum is a children's museum that serves San Diego County. Our area of focus is children between the ages of 0 to 10, but primarily 0 to about the ages of 7. We teach children in an informal, experience-based environment, specifically foundational fluencies, social-emotional learning, and purposeful play.
We started PNC Grow Up Great in 2004. It is now a $500 million bilingual early education program, all focused on reaching young children from birth to age 5, with a particular emphasis on reaching low and moderate income children to help prepare them for school and life.
And we've been looking for partners. And that's how we got to the San Diego Children's Museum. They specifically have a new mobile unit where they bring STEM-related educational services to kids that can't make it to the museum.
We both believe in bringing innovative platforms of learning to children all over the county.
I think I'm going to build the castle.
From New York City comes America's longest running and most popular rugby show. The biggest names in Major League Rugby, MLR highlights, and big match previews. Rugby Wrap-Up presents MLR Weekly, made in New York City.
Thank you for joining us. Sports. Catch Scott Kaplan and Crew tonight from 7 to 8 p.m. Pacific every Monday through Friday. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM. ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk.
It's fish.